Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 land battles. Yes, it is me. I know. I've been away for a while, and I haven't uploaded anything. And I said that I was going to from the last video that I said that I uploaded. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start uploading stuff again. It's gonna be really cool. And then I didn't. Mostly because I have 2 kids and 3 cats and a new golden retriever puppy, and life is crazy. So, bear with me. I know you will, but please bear with me. I think the last time I said I was starting to get my computer room set up for streaming. That's still in the works. I promise you. I promise you that's still in the works. I have marks on my wall for where my noise canceling foam is going to go. I promise you, it's coming. Sooner than you think. Sooner than even I think. And I'm a procrastinator to the nth degree. So please believe me when I tell you that I really, really want to get back into streaming again. I'm going to make it happen. Just please bear with me. But in the meantime, we have a land battle here for you. Now, I will say this. A couple months ago, I did try and record a siege battle, the same siege battle, 3 separate times. And each time, something happened. I think the first time the game crashed. The second time, the audio was not great. And then the third time, I don't remember what happened, but something happened where the recording was not good. And I was just like, man, screw this. And, this is like that. So, there we are. There we are with this. But anyway, let's go, well, as always, let's go over the players in the field of battle. We'll quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it. Also, there's some stipulations to this land battle that I also will go over and cover. And then we'll get into it, and we'll see what happens here. Land battles are lots of fun. It looks like one army... Well, actually, I don't know what's going on here. So let's go over who's who. Let's go. Who's who on the battlefield here? We have Snowman, who's the one that sent this in, playing as Boei, and his teammate, 123. Count Von Count would love this guy. Anyway, playing as Rome, we have Mainstein? Manstein, not Mainstein. Jeez Louise, what are you doing? And then also playing as Rome, we have Lycanthrope, which, ooh, man, this could be potentially a rough go for Masacely and Boei. We'll have to see. I have been out of the game for a while, so who knows. All right, I'm going to go over the, let's see. It's never quit. 2v2 land battle, small army sizes, 17-minute, large funds, close, it's a close one. Okay. So it's small army sizes. Now, usually, as we all know, and for those of you that don't, the rules for engagement are 1, 2, 4. So that is 1 artillery, 2 pikemen, and 4... 1, 2, 4? Yeah, 1, 2, 4. And 4 ranged units. Sometimes there is a +1, which would allow for a javelin unit. But here, there might have been a gentleman's agreement for more than one type of... I mean, they have 6. They got the 3 Syrians. They're auxiliaries, too. They're not... Oh, no, they get auxiliaries, right? They don't get mercenaries, I think? I'm not sure. Anyway. And then they have... the Balearic Slingers here as well, and then this Roman army only has the regular 4. So what do we got over here then? They have no archers. Interesting. Okay. And then Masacely has got all of the ranged units here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, right? Yeah, Numidian Noble Cab is archers. Anyway, okay. So let's go over who has what here. Starting with Boei, we got some Noble Horse, Cav, Heavy Horse, then we got Heavy Horse, Celtic Warriors, Sword Followers up front, Oathsworn, always scary, more Heavy Horse. Remember, Boei has some pretty decent Cav, but their main bread and butter are their swordsmen. So the sword followers in Osworn definitely scary. Celtic warriors can land some pretty heavy blows as well. Sacely, however, we got a bunch of chariots here. These are glass cannons. The way the chariots work are, normally with this game is you right-click on the unit that you want to attack, you send your guys off to go frolic in the field while they're slaughtering the other team, and you just leave them, and then you come back every once in a while and check on them. Chariots, however, and elephants included, you have to micromanage them, otherwise they just fall apart and they get decimated. So you have to constantly be moving them through the enemy lines if you really want them to be as effective as possible. That being said, this many chariots, I mean, he has all cav here. Misacely has some pretty decent cavalry, and then one slave infantry. They could do a lot of damage to chariots, so long as they keep moving. So hopefully we will see that. They can rack up an insane amount of kills. So we shall see what happens. Then we got over here, Cthulhu horse skirmishers. And then back here we have Numidian noble cav, which is heavy skirmisher cav. These guys are pretty good. Once they run out of their ammo, they can go hand to hand. Well, not hand to hand, but they're mounted. But they can deal out a pretty good beating. I mean, melee attack is 65. That's pretty ridiculous for a skirmisher cav. Okay, moving on to the two rooms. Up front for this guy, we got Hastati right up in front. Like I said, 3 auxiliary, there we go, Syrian archers. These are some of, if not the best archers in the game, matched only by the Cretans, which Rome does not get. Pardon me. And then Balearic slingers. These are the best slingers in the game, matched only by Rhodian? Yeah, Rhodian slingers. Slingers don't have as much missile damage, but they do have a little bit more armor penetration, because you got to think it's a lead bullet that they're slinging there. So if you can get them on the wings or even flank them around behind and fire into the backs of your enemy that you're fighting, they will do wonders for you. Now we have Avocati cohort, Avocati. Yeah, Avocati is a pretty solid unit to go with. Relatively cheap and a good bang for the buck. Oh, it's small. Small unit size. Okay. Now I get it. So if you see in the, where it says auxiliary infantry, just underneath that says 56 men. Usually it's 160 or 150. But they scaled back the unit size. This actually makes the game a little bit more interesting because your units aren't as big, so you'll lose. You can lose them quicker. They don't have as much support from the man next to them, so to speak. So this could be interesting. We'll see how this plays out. The other Rome, and then we have the general's bodyguard there. The other Rome has, what do we got? Again, Hastati front line, not bad. Auxiliary infantry. Syrians, all Syrians, or just 3 Syrians and a Balearic. Oh, and then Praetorians. That's a little scary. Avocati, and yeah, auxiliary, general, and bodyguard. Yeah, Praetorians are pretty, and not just Praetorians, but Praetorian Guard. That's like the cream of the crop. In reality, Praetorian Guards were not the cream of the crop. They're fat, lazy slobs because they just sat in the capital all day long, eating and getting fat. So they weren't really good, you know? Anyway, so we've got 16 minutes, 54 seconds on the clock. Let's get it on. So, while we're waiting for these guys to do things, interesting that he's moving in. Actually, no, it's not interesting that he's moving into Pseudo. It's smart because he saw that they have all of these ranged units here that can move quickly. The only problem, though, that I have is that the sides are completely exposed. For those of you who played the first Total War Rome, the legionaries had the shields down on the side as well, if I'm remembering correctly. If I'm not, please remind me. But moving up slowly and surely. Unfortunately, they have to meet them. Same here. Ideally, you want to stay on the high ground as much as you possibly can, because of course going up a hill is going to exhaust your men a little bit quicker, and they're not going to be in as much of a fighting shape, so to speak. Yes. If you pardon me, I have a little bit of a sore throat, so I'm going to pop in a cough drop. So I apologize if you hear any clicking or clacking. But my throat's starting to kill me, and I want to be able to talk about this. Who knows, maybe one day I'll talk like this. How are we doing? Probably not, though. Hopefully. Alright. So Misaisley's pulled back a little bit, which is not necessarily a bad idea. He wants them to focus Boei as much as possible. I can almost pretty much guarantee you that, okay? The whole MO of this army build right here, okay? That's square. It is to get around the flanks. With the chariots, with the horse archers, that's the whole thing that you want to try and do. Going head on is never a good idea. So I'm not entirely sure what he's doing right now. Sending out Cav to scout. Rome's going to set up on this hill here. Now they're in... the problem with being in Tetsudo and Tortoise formation is that you, while your defense against arrows is really good, you can't really do much of anything else. And you are also a more solid mass. So it's going to be harder for the chariots to actually break through there. But they also can't... Oh, they can use... No, they can't. They can't use their precursors, their javies. Now look at that. What I tell you, glass cannon. He's charging head on, and he just lost that. These units, the chariots, can do a serious amount of damage. I mean, even when they're broken, they can still rack up some kills. He's just going to pull right through. This is exactly what you're supposed to do with chariots. Pulling right through. 30, 36, 35, 11. Pop and raise banner. Okay, managing to take out some of the archers. That's good. Rome, though, here really needs to take these guys, and he did. Out of Tetsudo, now they're going to start throwing their precursors. They're going to do even more damage to the chariots. The best way to get rid of chariots is either arrows or, ideally, javelins. That's the best way to do it. So, unfortunately, pardon me, Misaisley kind of screwed the pooch here. Okay? They really screwed the pooch with their chariots. I think maybe he thought that they were going to do more, but I mean, if you don't have too much knowledge, like extensive knowledge, what are you doing? What are you doing, my guy? You're going to lose your general. This is not good. What I need to see, I'm going to slow this down for a second. Really, what should be happening here, okay? He brought too much cav. I don't really blame him for doing it, because honestly, if he had played his cards right, he could have been very, very helpful. Okay? These guys, he's going head on over here. No, not what you want to be doing. Should have came around more like this, okay? These guys are in too much of a tizzy with these two Hastati here. They are not spear units, but even still, Hastati are a pretty solid bang for your buck unit, and they're going to be able to take on these guys fairly well, even though they are a little beat up. Getting these Numidian noble cab stuck in melee is good. It's going to prevent them from doing anything. He's tying them down, and now look, he's pushing forward. Even with these depleted units, all you really want to do is just hold these guys down. Are they even firing? They are. Okay. Right into the sides, which is okay. If you ever play this game, remember, the best angle that you want to get for your archers or any other type of projectile unit is not the left side, because that's where their shield is. you always want to go and try and shoot them on their right side, because there's less of a shield defense here. Okay? Always remember that. Meanwhile, over here, Boyai has gone toe-to-toe with Rome. Let's go back to regular speed. Coming around with some of these Celtic warriors. Nice. Quick shock tactics is exactly what you want to do with these guys. In and out. Auxiliary infantry is not doing too hot here. Or is it spears? Yeah. Roman spears, I have always thought, are not that great. Going against the Praetorians. Praetorians are going to eat these guys for lunch, but at least he's tying them down, not allowing them to advance to engage with anybody else. Because honestly, if these Praetorians came over here and started to help out these auxiliary infantry, the Celtic warriors would start to have a pretty terrible idea. Heavy horse back here doing cycle charges on these guys. You'd love to see it. Roman general over here starting to waver. That's good. He's going to be gone. There's 2 guys left, but he should be gone too. Honestly, that's who I would be focusing, even though realistically, there he goes. Realistically, Roman troops have discipline, so that they are less likely to break, although the archers, not surprising that they're all starting to waver. But the legionaries will stick around for a lot longer. Meanwhile, Boyai general's coming around the back. Gonna get some surprise butt sex in, I would imagine. Gonna find a nice soft target. Probably these Syrian archers. That's what I would go for. You want to get rid of them as quickly as possible. There we go. Heavy horse going in. Gonna take them out. Meanwhile, up here, Praetorian Guard taking on some sword followers. Naturally, sword followers are not having that good of a day. Heavy horse coming in, going to support these sword followers here. Who are they up against? Balearic Slinger is going to be out of here soon. Hastati, they're also going to get beat up fairly well. These Oathsworn need to get in here and take on these Praetorians. Meanwhile, Massace's not doing too bad with what they have left. Noble Horse is doing a pretty good job taking on these Hastati, but now the Evocati cohort's getting into the mix, and they're going to start to lay a little bit of a hurt on. So yeah, this is exactly what you want to do. You want to kite away, move back in, kite away, move back in, kite away. Here too. Yep, perfect. So this is great. What's happening here is he's kiting away. He's chasing after them. He has no choice, really. He can't turn around because he's going to get shot, which he is now turning around, so he's going to get shot. But this is just going to exhaust these troops over here. Meanwhile, Rome is winning it over here, but over here they're not doing too well. Praetorian Guard's actually starting to lose. Pardon me. Thanks to the heavy horse, they're getting in there, and now they're going to be able to really start to move these 4 troops around. Celtic warriors, I would really like to see come around here, pop that charge. I think they get frenzied charge, right? Celtic warriors? No, they don't. I thought that they did. Well, either way, they should really come around, charge in the back of these Praetorians, because they are engaged with what? Sword followers? Yeah. Tossing his jabbies, though, so I guess he's just using up that ammo as quickly as he possibly can. Not a terrible idea to do. Sacely is only 6 units left, but so long as they have some ammunition left still, they could be of some help. Honestly, I mean, if they do have ammo left, I'd probably just try and harass units like I've got a cohort here, or I'd be coming over here to nail these guys in the back. Take your mind out of the gutters, please. Yep, there you go. That's the way to do it. Unfortunately, it does seem to be a little bit of collateral damage, of course. That's going to happen. So far, Rome is winning. If you take a look at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you see that bar there. Yellow and red. Yellow is our boys here, Boyai and Sacely. Red is Rome, obviously. Rome is really, really winning it right now. But there's still plenty of cab on the field. And if you can manage to tire out these units by getting them to chase you, then there's a pretty good chance that they could win this. But you gotta play it right. We're starting to blob up over here, which is not exactly the best thing. But I can understand them wanting to get rid of these Evocati, the Praetorians here. That's going to be pretty key. Oh, there goes the heavy horse. Not great. Not great. Sword followers doing what they can. 123 kills so far. Not too bad, but they are losing decisively. Not surprising. Levy Freeman, not even surprising that they're getting their butts beat. There they go. Interesting. Rome's doing a hell of a job. I mean, they are one of the best factions in the game, so it's no surprise. Voyage General is in the mix. Taking on the Avocado cohort here. They are doing a pretty good job of beating them up. Nice. Good teamwork there. Pulling out his general, letting Misasely get in for a charge on the Avocado cohort. Going to whittle them down just a little bit more. Love to see it. Heavy horse coming in. They're gone. They're absolutely gone. Ooh. Chile horse skirmisher's getting pretty beat up. Only 3 guys left, so that's not surprising. Oathsworn in the thick of it, losing slightly. They're probably going to start to lose decisively soon. They're tired. They're confident. That's good. And they got 3 bronze up against... Oh, everyone else does too. Never mind. They're not special. But Crack the Whip has been popped. What does that do again? What does Crack the Whip do? Let's Crack the Whip in battle rhythm, right? In this instance, not a bad choice of abilities to go with. At this point, yeah, Voyage General is just going to have to cycle charge as much as he possibly can. Misasely here, same. This is how they're going to, if they even have a hope to pull this off, they're going to have to cycle charge with their cab as much as possible. Cycle charge is when you charge in, you pull back, charge in, pull back, over and over and over again. The only thing different that I would do is split up my calves so they're not in a blob. You know, he had 3 calf here. One I would send that way, and that way. Whoever decides to chase, whichever one he decides to chase after, the other 2 would circle around and smash these guys in the back. All right, there we go. Oathsworn's still hanging in there. 8 guys left, 173 kills, not bad. Both Roman generals are gone. And these guys don't have too much left. But neither do they. 20, 8, 4, and then 8. So that's what, 20... 8 and 8 is 16, 36, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 against 56, 67. What's 67 plus 46? Someone do the math, because I don't know. So they're going to have to pull off some type of a miracle here if they're going to manage to win this. Pulling in. Charging. Nice charge. That was a good charge. Actually looked like those Romans, they started to move, and they weren't in a cohesive formation. I'm a firm believer that if you can get a charge off on units, like, I mean, look at these guys. They aren't together in like a nice square or line. So, in my opinion, personally for me, I feel that going after units that are not in a cohesive square or rectangle, packed together, if you can get them where they're all splayed out like this, you're going to get a better charge bonus. Whether or not that's actually true, I don't know. It's just a feeling that I have, because it makes sense, right? If these guys are not squared up and shoulder to shoulder, then you're going to get a better charge off, or at least hypothetically you should. Oathsworn, silver, managed to get a silver chevron now, down to 7 guys, 192 kills, doing some serious work. Avocado, and all right, so 3 avocados. Avocado 40. They really don't have a lot of kills though. All right, Oathsworn's gone now. Last of the last. guys are asking for it. Alright, this is the part of the game where I take screenshots.
Charge! Riders! Across!
Slow it down, and... perfect. Like an art. I always complain too that somebody needs to make a mod for like better camera angles or better camera controls, because it's not terrible, but it's also not great. It could absolutely 100% be better. Where is it? Where am I looking here? What do I want? And it's tough too, because then, like, yeah, they start to go opaque and it looks kind of silly. I think that's it. There we go. Alright. Back into it. Play.
Quickly now!
So, I mean, realistically, he could win this.
Understood!
6, 22. He's got what? 10, 9? He just has to keep charging. That's it.
Got them!
And pop those abilities whenever he has them.
Forward! What do we say? Yeah!
I mean, look how that's flung. This is the problem. Fine, he's starting to waver. 19. How many does he have left? 6.
Gotcha!
I mean, he needs to just, like, Rome needs to just stand and take it. That's the problem. Yeah. He's gonna get it. He's gonna win. Boyai's gonna win this. Simply because they don't have any more jabbies left. And he can just ride around and smash it. 5 guys, though. 12? 5 against 12? Oh, he was running away, you fool!
As you say!
You don't... He's winning decisively, though, too. Combat even, winning, losing decisively. He's down to 9.
Advance at speed! Quickly now!
9 against 4.
Advance at speed!
Again, he's chasing the Cav.
Forward!
You should never chase Cav. You should never chase Cav.
Forward!
Your men are just gonna get tired.
Advance at speed!
And like I said, you're not in a cohesive unit. You're not shoulder to shoulder. You're giving the Cav a better... There you go. But even still, look at them get blasted. Yep, that's it. It's over.
Advance at speed!
I don't know. Well,
Riders! Forward!
I'm not sure what could have been done differently for Rome. I mean, they got rid of those chariots pretty quickly, which is great. Which was really, really great. The problem was, I think he left them in Tetsudo too long. And he shouldn't have done that. He probably should have had them out of that as quickly as possible. And I don't know, realistically, I think he should have went and backed his other Roman ally to get rid of Boii as quickly as possible, and then dealt with Misacili. Because you only have so much ammo. You only have so much ammo. You only have so much ammo. So, realistically, get rid of Boii as quickly as possible, turn it around, and let Misacili use their ammo on you. Okay? You let them use their ammo on you, and once they're out, then they have to come to you. Sure, they can do what Boii just did and continue to cycle charge, but you don't charge them back. You don't run away. I definitely, absolutely, positively, you do not run away. Yeah, they could have won this. They absolutely, positively could have won this. if they had played just a little bit smarter. Anyway. All right. Snowman getting the most 1060. 123 638. Manstein 388, and then Lycanthrope 579. So starting with Snowman, General put in work 166. The other Cav 58 39 20. Celtic Warriors 50, not bad. 13 4 0 for the Levy Freeman 29. 193 for the Oathsworn, nice. 123, 85, 109, 45, 50, 50, and 26 for the Sword Followers. 123. Oh, Jesus Christ. His general got. But you saw what he did. He, ran his general right up to the front line. And then all the legionaries were just like, hey, check out our Pelum. And they turned the dude into a pincushion. He was just eviscerated. So it's not surprising that he died pretty quickly. The other Numidian Noble Cav, 52, 50, 44. Gatuli Horsemen Skirmishers, 17, 12, 13. Not great. Chariots, even though they got obliterated, 148, 166, 115. 10 is not impressive. 6 for the slave infantry, obviously. Slave infantry is terrible. Look how much the green line here indicates how many men are left. That means that they broke, immediately. And then you're just like, see you later, we're gone. And then the Desert Chariots, 0 and 2. Again, Chariots, you can't just, chart the way that the way that he did it. Oh my gosh. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Realistically, he should have sent the Numidian Noble Cav and the Gatuli Horse Skirmishers up first to pepper the Roman line, and then the Chariots come around on the wings and either smash into the side and drag across the entire line of the Roman line, or they hit them from behind. That's the best way to do it. The way that he did it, please don't ever play Chariots like that, because they are expensive and they are fragile. Manstein, his general did not do well. Neither did any of his ranged units. The Avocado cohort didn't do too hot either. No one broke 100 or even 70. 65 is the highest we got here. And then the Stati did not do all that well either. You might be hearing my child right now. Unfortunately, both of my kids have hand, foot, and mouth disease. It's very cool over here right now. Very cool. And then Lycanthrope, 2 for his general, 16 for the Blaric Slingers. Archers didn't do too well. Auxiliary infantry, not great. Again, I will maintain to this day that Roman spears in this game are garbage. They're not that great. Avocado, 101, 78, 65. And then the Stati, 7, 12, 11, 3, 15, 15, 10. Yeah, not great. Praetorians didn't even really do that good either. That's surprising. Because they usually are heavy hitters. So, Avocado put in some work, though, that's for sure. All right. Not a bad one. It's a bit of a surprise ending for you guys. I knew it was going to happen based on the description in Discord. But, hey, there it is. I hope you enjoyed this. I did. I love land battles. They are fast-paced and fun. And especially setups like this where it's smaller unit sizes. It adds another layer of strategery that you really have to think about and figure out where you're going to put units, how are you going to do them, because they are smaller unit sizes. So this was a cool one. That is it for me. Whether or not I'm going to upload another video anytime soon, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just was feeling whimsical and wanted to upload a video, so here it is. I'll tell you what, though. I did enjoy this. I do want to upload more. Again, it may not be Rome 2 stuff, but I do want to upload more stuff. What? I don't know. I know there is one level left of Party Hard that I have to finish. So maybe that. We'll see. All right. That's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know I did. With that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.